Hello, children, welcome back. Let us begin our day with the thought. There is only one rule for being a good talker: learn to listen. So, listen well and then you can speak well. Simple question for you: how could you learn a language? Now, children, you all can speak at least three languages: English, Marathi, Hindi. How did you learn? Were you able to read first, write first, or speak? How could you speak a language? Remember the days when you were very small, very young. So you all learned the language by listening. You could listen well and then you could start speaking. And as the time went on, as you progressed, you were able to write and you were able to read. So listening is one of the most important skill. Listening with concentration is the key to good learning. A good listener always listens carefully, attentively, and questions when necessary. So, if you want to be a good learner, you have to have you have to be a good listener. So, let us move on to chapter number 3. Be a good listener. Few important things we will read today to understand how to become a good listener and what are the benefits of a good listener. Please turn to page number 5. You won't be able to read from this slide. Please be ready with your textbook and read along with me. It is important to be a good listener when you are learning a language or when you are dealing with other people. Are you a good listener? You can find it out with the help of following questions. 1. When you are listening to someone, do you look at the person or do you turn your head away or toy with something else? Good listener, good listeners look at the speaker. The first important point whenever anybody is speaking to you, whether your parents or when you are at school, your teachers, always look at the speaker. Please don't look here and there. 2. Do you pay attention to what the speaker is saying? Good listeners pay close attention to the speaker. So try to listen well, try to understand what the speaker wants to tell you because that is always important. 3. Do you make any special efforts to understand the speaker? Here are some of the things that will help you understand the speaker better. If you hear some new or unfamiliar words, try to guess their meaning from the context. It may happen that you are not able to understand each and every word. Some new words you are hearing and you are not able to pick them very well. So just try to guess the meaning related to the context. You can try to guess what speaker will say next. Try to keep listening even when you feel that you do not understand the speaker or even when you disagree with the speaker. This is very important. Many times we don't agree or we think in a different way and we have very much queries in our mind. There are doubts, there is confusion. Wait for the speaker to finish what he is saying, but be patient. Let the speaker first of all finish. Then you can get your doubts clarified by asking polite questions. It is always better to get all your doubts and queries clarified then and there only, but you need to be patient. First, let the speaker finish what the speaker wants to convey to you, and then you can politely put up the questions. Next important point: do not feel shy or afraid to ask questions. This is very important. Many times we feel shy. अरे मी कशाला विचारू कोणीच तर बोलत नाही. Never do that. Whatever doubts you have, please get them clarified. Don't go back home with doubts in your mind. Put your questions to the speaker politely Very important. Ask anything which you wish to ask politely. Sometimes it helps to note down important words or points even as you listen. This can always prove helpful. Please note down the points because whenever we listen after few days, many things are just wiped out of the mind. We tend to forget the things. So it's better to note down the points so that whenever you require them, you can recollect them. Lastly, it also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. You may grasp the meaning of difficult words or phrases later on. Whenever you note down the points, it will always help you to think about it later on. Some phrases, some words, you can find out the meaning and you can always keep those in mind. Noting down important points of a meeting, of an important discussion is always good, always beneficial. Turning on to things to do, page number 6. Write the characteristics of a good speaker. A good listener looks at the speaker. Characteristics of a good listener. First, looks at the speaker. Good listener pay close attention to the speaker. Tries to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words. Listens even if doesn't understand or disagree with the speaker. Is not shy to ask questions. Notes down important words or points. Clarifies doubts politely after the speaker has finished speaking. Before we move on to the next question, let us revise one previous concept, that is homophones. Homophone is a word pronounced the same as another word but it has a different spelling and meaning. Examples: 8 and 8. First is EIGHT and the other is ATE. I am 8 years old and I ate my dinner. 8 and 8, these are homophones. We pronounce them in the same way but they have different spellings and altogether different usage. New and new. I knew the address. This is my new dress. WON1 and ONE1. We won the match and my cat is 1 year old. Moving on to second question. Listen carefully and guess how the sentences would end. Once there was a crow, he was very thirsty. He wanted to drink. Two gaps are given. So we all know the story of thirsty crow. Some water. There were dark clouds in the sky. Soon it began to. We all know whenever there are dark clouds, what happens? Soon it began to rain. This tape is broken. Please be what we should be. We should always be very careful. When the students saw the question paper, they were, you can say, happy, you were nervous. If you have studied well, you will be very happy that the paper is easy. But if you fail to work hard, if you fail to read and revise your chapter, maybe you may feel nervous. When the teacher read the answer paper, she was angry, delighted. It's up to you which word you want to write and what you want to make your teacher. If you wish to make her happy, you can write happy, angry, delighted. These are open-ended questions. Let us read question number 3. You are right. Write it down in the right hand corner. So please pick a pair of homophones from the first one. Underline them. Let us see the answers after we finish off reading all the 5. I need 2 books. Me too. I gave one to my sister. Number 3. He ate the whole apple, but there were holes in the apple. Number 4. Do you know the tale of the mouse who had 7 tails? Please tell it to us. I knew you wanted new shoes. I hope you all are ready with the answers. So first sentence, R-I-G-H-T, right, and W-R-I-T-E, right. Even right and right are the two words, but they are not homophones, they are homonyms. Same spelling, but different use. I need two books, me too. So two and two, T-W-O, T-double-O. Number three, whole, W-H-O-L-E and H-O-L-E. Number four, T-A-L-E and T-A-I-L. And the last one, K-N-E-W, new, and N-E-W, new. So question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, you can write down in notebook. Use black pen for writing the question and blue pen for writing other things. Activities, it can be easily done. Sit quietly for some time. Close your eyes and listen carefully to all the sounds that you hear. Can you guess what sounds are they? Who or what is making that sound? You can note down whatever you have heard and list 5 of the sounds that you like and 5 of the sounds that you don't like. Chirping of birds we always like, but if someone is shouting, talking loudly, that sound we never ever like. And group work, form groups, discuss how one can be a good reader. Use the points in the above passage in your discussion. Write down the points that show what makes a good reader. So they have given one good point. Few points you can write from your side. So that is all for today's learning period. Let us meet in the next period. Till then, stay indoors, stay safe.